All right, so let's go ahead and debunk Christ consciousness. Now, if you don't know what it is a new concept stating that Jesus was real, but he was more like a prophet or a mystic, like a miracle worker. And he was trying to tell us that you can ascend to this Christ consciousness level of awareness to manifest, to be more like him. And now, to be fair, he does say that we will go on to do things greater than he did when we're talking about miracles and wonders. But that's when you accept him. That's when you call out to him to reveal himself to you. The Holy Spirit comes within you, and you receive 1 out of 7 spiritual gifts. It could be prophecy, it could be healing, many different gifts. You will supernaturally experience Christ. You will have no doubt that he is real. You will experience these spiritual gifts that are given to you by the Holy Spirit, which is also God. But essentially, let's go back to Christ consciousness. Now, if he was just a mystic, if he was just a prophet, let's look at Luke 22:42. This is the day before he's crucified. He goes, "Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me. Yet not my will, but yours be done." So essentially, he's praying out to God the Father in anguish, knowing that the next day he's going to die on the cross. And this is before he was betrayed publicly by Judas in front of him. He knew the next day he was going to die on the cross. Okay, if he was a mystic, why did he pray to God saying, take this suffering away from me. Let's see if we can do this another way. But anyway, scratch that. Not my will. I'll do your will. Well, what was the will? Well, it was the 100 plus prophecies that were written about the coming Messiah in the Old Testament that said a Messiah was going to come to be sacrificed to take away the sins of the world. So Jesus knew the next day he was going to be sacrificed because it was God's will. It was written about, it was prophesied that he was going to die as the perfect man, as God, as man, in order to take away the sins of the world. If you accept that free gift from him, now you have to call out to him and accept that free gift that he gave all them long years ago. And then it finally goes on to say in Luke 22:44, "And being in anguish, he prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was like drops of blood falling to the ground." So it's telling you he's in anguish. He really doesn't want to go die on the cross. Now, if he was a mystic, he would have just, got up and just ran away. But what will was he trying to fulfill? The Father's will, God's will, the thing that was prophesied hundreds of years before he came. Come on now.